Hello, we're in the heart of St. Clair-Superior neighborhood. If you're from the hood, you know about the Osborne Manufacturing Building. That's where we are, world headquarters and world headquarters of Rebuilders Xchange.
So today we're talking with Jessica Davis from Rebuilders Xchange with an X.
With an X.
Exchange with an X.
Can be kind of like Bitcoin for all you technology people because we're all about exchanging money. That was kind of the premise.
Okay. So tell us about this place.
So we are brass tacks. We're 4.5 years old, and this is our first location, one of many we hope. And what we do is we create community wealth by being a matchmaker between people who salvage material and people who need to buy salvaged material, construction material, architectural salvage. So in this 4.5 years, we have 500 plus vendors, and when they bring material in, we process it, we inventory it, and we market it. And then once we sell it to our amazing customers who always transform it, we split the profit 50-50 with the people who brought it in. So maybe you're familiar with something like a nonprofit restore. We have transformed that model into making it something that's profitable and creates wealth for people.
Well, I got to ask you, this is not maybe the typical dream of every young girl out there.
It is.
So how did you get into this? Maybe it is now.
Yeah. It's been my dream. I feel you're right. Maybe I'm not typical, but anyways, I got into this because I have a degree in art, and it takes creative thinking to solve problems like construction waste. So I guess that's the short, long of the short. My family works well with their hands. I work well with my hands, and then yeah, that's it.
So you had the support of your family. They didn't try to steer you into Barbie dolls and all that.
No, I mean, are you kidding me? I love a good Barbie doll. I think that, I don't know, we would use a manure pile to fertilize our garden. So I understood kind of the circular economy just naturally from growing up and reusing resources. One of the things I've been thinking about lately is the idea that it's actually unnatural to throw away things that have value in them. People can be hoarders. People can set things aside because somebody else is going to use it. And in the built environment, I used to work at Habitat for Humanity through their AmeriCorps program and started the Women Build program in the Cleveland location, really rejuvenated it. And one of the things that I learned was that you don't see metal in a dumpster on a job site because people know where to take it. But you could easily see cabinets, toilets, doors that were sometimes more valuable than the copper that was being taken someplace. It's just that when you took the copper, you could get money for it. And I don't quite know how to say this, but I've been thinking about it a lot. It's like when people start when people can take doors and they're starting to divert all of that waste from a job site into the backs of their trucks to bring it in here, and that's the norm, I feel like that would be a moment of kind of like we made it, because when you don't see a door in a dumpster, then you know that there's an economy for reselling it. It has value.
So it seems like there's probably a couple of customers here or whatever. Oh. You've got the construction group, right?
Yep.
So the people who have excess stuff from their job sites and they bring it in, or they're looking for things. But is there any aspect for the general public?
Yeah, we're open to the public. So some of our vendors will they'll be doing a remodeling project, and they might only bring something in once, like kind of a one and done, do their kitchen, and then they bring in their extra cabinets and make some money. But our customers, they're very entrepreneurial in spirit. So maybe, and actually so are our vendors, because they are making wealth on the side by bringing in materials. And some of them have access to it because of their job. They're on job sites. Some of them, it's like I said, they're home. It's only a one time. But our customers are transforming this material in incredible ways. So sometimes it's becomes a toilet, it's just reinstalled. And then other times it's people are building out their businesses. We have a lot of small businesses who come here to shop, to open up their bricks and mortar places, and then people who will just, maybe are craftsmen and they use this for their customers. And regular people just need a door, so they come in and get a 24-inch closet
See
door.
this as a business, but it's also keeping things out of landfills and recycling and all. But as I look around this place, and it's huge, and we'll pan around pretty soon, there's almost an artistic component to some of this stuff, and it's things you don't see anymore. They're not making them and buying them at a big box store or something.
Yeah, so it is pretty artistic and gorgeous. It's like a rainbow of materials from, 100 years. Some of these mantles are from a house that came out of 1905. And I think that it's important for people to understand how cool it is that this is a project that really has been proof of concept because of the vendors and the customers. And it's a really small dream team of people who are actually working here and moving the material. So the staff of the retail operations is 2 full-time people, myself and Chris, and then a dream team of part-time people who help customers day in and day out, which is awesome. So they're the ones who are actually like the matchmakers and making the materials accessible, shoppable, and available. And then we have the Fab Lab, which you'll learn about from Ron, my sidekick. He started because people started to need things like a door cut down an inch to work. So it started like that, and then he created this whole possibility of fabrication, taking materials and fabricating them to people's specs, and then also branched out and just started creating new railings and fixtures and pieces that customers just needed somebody who could get something done, and that's Ron.
So while you've been doing this, has there been anything that's really stood out, surprised you, or something that came in, or a request or something that just blew you away?
Well, like what always surprises me is that when people ask for something, we have a wish list, so we put it on the wish list, and it's almost like it shows up within 2 weeks. I'm like, are you kidding me? So one of the funnier things, we had a beautiful yellow toilet and sink, and also a shower manifold that came in the back of a truck, and that ended up being really specific and high value because it was such a rare run, and it ended up in Europe.
Wow.
And then we have customers who come from Israel, and they come to this region probably about twice a year to shop for kind of some Americana salvage. And we have people from all over the country who come. We had a guy show up with a horse trailer to buy, a whole bunch of doors, and spent the day shopping for a project he's working on. Texas, New Mexico, all over Canada, people come. But so that's what happened first, is the people who knew how to use salvage and shop salvage before we really started to get some traction locally. Whatever that kind of person is, knew up, like it was like the message had been sent, so they came. The scent was in the air, and so now we're starting to create some of that momentum locally in Cleveland. But our goal is to have more of these regionally, because reuse and diversion is like a community, and it's a localized community effort.
You're even recycling and rebranding this area of the city. I mean, it's not East 4th Street or something here. This is a kind of a neglected area, and
it's a really cool area. So what some of the projects we've been involved with is, and I'm working with some of the other reuse shops in the area to create some momentum to have a sales tax exempt for reuse. So this is a neighborhood that has a huge density of reuse and repurposing, and that's like a natural thing that you do when you need to make something. You need resources. So you're right, it has been not neglected, it's been redlined, so intentionally not included in some of the wealth building activities of the city. So with this idea of the reuse and repair along St. Clair, a sales tax exempt sales district, it would really provide an opportunity to incentivize businesses like RBX, Upcycle Part Shop, Vintage Homes, Rust Belt Riders, the Shoe Shine shop over on next to Landmark up on St. Clair. There's an e-recycler just down the street. So there's all of these businesses and a whole bunch of mom and pops in between who are selling furniture and appliances, if they were sales tax exempt, it would be a draw for the customer. So it's really for the people to incentivize some of these cash businesses to have access to, like the promotion, the marketing. And then the other thing that's really cool about this neighborhood that I found out just from being here, besides the fact that this is Osborne Manufacturing and that a lot of the neighbors have a relationship to this building, is just in a small, chunk of, 20 blocks, I can think of 4 businesses that are 30 plus years old that are owned by women. And that's they're legacy businesses of the neighborhood for the neighborhood. So maybe it is a little bit different than a neighborhood that pops up to attract tourists. This is really sustaining. There's Angela's, you have Styles of Success, Marie's, and then there's new businesses popping up. That Kayla, who owns Cafe LA, Angelica, who owns a Latino Taste to Go. So it's really kind of I see it as a very rich and dynamic neighborhood, and I love that it's walkable to, you go down 55th Street and you're right on the water.
I was just at Marie's the other day. That's
what do you think?
I've always loved it.
Yeah.
I was there on a Tuesday, so it was chicken paprikash.
Chicken paprikash all day long. Did you get the super salad?
I got salad.
Oh, interesting.
I know, it was weird.
Why?
Well, the guy I was meeting with was just having soup, and I didn't want to have 10 courses, while I was trying to talk. But all right, so you mentioned we've got to ask the question: what is there advice you would give to young or even not so young women to get into something where you get dirty and it's not you're not wearing a frilly dress in an office or something? What would you tell them if this is where they're inclined?
I would say it's not 1950s. And thank you for the ladies of the 1950s who created this opportunity for me to be here. Yeah, that's it. I think just be grateful for it. And what else are you going to do? You might as well do what you want.
So let's bring in your sidekick, which is really weird because a lot of people know.
Here he comes. Da, 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 da. Who's it gonna be? Oh.
A lot of people know Ron Copfer from he's a serial entrepreneur, but mostly in the tech. He's got a history with the Mosaic browser, one of the first people to try that, and all these tech companies.
What year was the Mosaic browser around? I've never even heard of it.
1993.
2 or 3.
1993.
But anyway, so here you are, Ron.
Yes, I'm old.
Not doing the tech stuff here, but you're involved in this. What's your interest in the Rebuilders Xchange?
Well, my interest first and foremost lies with Miss Jessica.
This is a family vidcast here.
Yes, we'll keep it like that. Who has a strong history of doing what she sees and feels needs to be done, and also convinced me to join her. So I retired a few years ago and climbed aboard the train to help her create a vision for what could be reused and recycled and repurposed. And in the meantime, I get to have a lot of fun.
Wait, can I tell you something funny
Sure.
about this? So, Ron was a pipe fitter. To see him go from pipe fitting to technology and then to this craftsmanship fabrication, it is so cool to see that range. I love it.
It's do you guys share the same vision here? Because you are different backgrounds.
It depends on which day of the week it is.
Yeah.
And, she runs the business. It's a very symbiotic relationship because all I wanted to do in exchange for helping her was have a little shop in the back, which hopefully we'll get to see in a minute. And she said, fine. And so customers come in and they buy things and they want to refinish it or repair it, or they sometimes can see what we do and they want new stuff. So we really do a lot of work for the customers that are walking in to buy things, but we also do a little bit of work for people who aren't customers, that are just outside that need furniture made, or barriers, or railings, whatever they want.
So another question is, are you able to find talent to work if you need it that have some of the skills that would be needed for a place like this?
Our team. Are you asking? We have amazing coworkers. Yeah. And so
But
here's
if you grow, do you think there's
Okay.
a pipeline for people to learn skills like
so
this?
it's like it's a little bit twofold, because what it really takes is curiosity, because a lot of, I mean, we have over, millions of dollars of inventory, and it's not like we have a lot of t-shirts, small, medium, and large. It's, everything can be very unique. When you look around, you'll see there could be doors that they all have their unique SKUs that need to go back to the consignor who brings it in. So a door could be $20 or it could be $2,000 depending on the wood, the age, the hardware. So the skill set that you need is curiosity, to be able to look at that and see the distinction, and then be curious to research a little bit. So we have a very caring and curious staff up front. And then in the back, where Ronald works, the Fab Lab, I would say it's kind of the same.
Yeah. And now we have customers that come in and they may be a little bit older and like,
What are you
can I
talking
work here?
Yeah. Like what it says
I
a
think you're a
65-year-old.
young guy still, Ron.
Yeah.
We got to stick together, guys.
Yeah, I
Oh
love
my
this.
God.
Can I come back here and play? And so we're thinking about opening up
wait.
Saturdays and Sundays customers that want to co-work on projects.
This is new to me.
They want to
Stay
learn how to
tuned.
do things. We've got 3 or 4 customers that are waiting for me to make a decision about coming in and helping me work on their project with them. So that's kind of an interesting.
Yeah, I got to think from my perspective, that would be really something where you can come in and play with some of your tools and
Yeah.
learn how to arc weld and,
Yeah.
without killing
Yeah.
yourself, and investing in a lot of equipment and some of this stuff, that you would have a nice flow of people who are interested.
Yeah, there's a few of them. So I'm beginning to consider that. We're beginning to consider that.
As of 2
She's
seconds
gotta
ago.
She's got to get the insurance.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, like what?
All right, well, we got to take a look at this Fab Lab.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
first, though, so if you're a contractor or a worker or just an artisan, or you remodel houses, or you're a member of the public looking for a particular fixture or toilet or sink or door or whatever, how do they find you? How do they get in touch with you?
We're
how do
open
they
to the
connect?
public Thursday through Saturday, and depending on when this airs, could be different. So check out our website, rbxhub.com, or our social media, Instagram.
RBX Cleat. Hashtag RBX Cleat.
And
At-
just for the process of it, so say I'm looking for one of those clawfoot bathtubs or something.
I bet you
Would
are.
I contact you? Would I come and browse, or would I contact you and you would know that? Or
You could do it either way.
Yeah.
We're open to it. So you can just walk in. Anybody can walk in.
and because it's shop like this, there's turnover. So
It changes. We have inventory coming in almost every day. So on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll be bringing in inventory and preparing it for sale for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it changes all the time. And then if you're looking, like, let's say you need a specific size tub, you might put it on the wish list.
Okay.
And then when it comes in, we'll send you a picture.
So it's right at 54th and Hamilton. You come down, get on Hamilton, which is north of St. Clair. But go to the website. They have nice directions and telling you exactly how to pull in.
53rd and Hamilton.
Yeah.
Just north of
53rd.
53rd.
Here we go. That's the commercial.
From the GPS, take from Ronald. You've heard it first here. This is going to be where you can come to fabricate things.
Yeah, the classes.
Classes, offering classes starting tomorrow.
No.